we go. Welcome to WildStar Cupcakes. There we go. So there's our little Aurin Esper. Oh, there are some other people here. Awesome. Okay. And hopefully, yep, okay, my face is covering the chat. It's not covering anything else, just the chat, because as you guys know, I may have friends in the beta who want to talk to me, may not know I'm streaming and things like that. So just to protect everyone's privacy and to not break any other people's NDAs, I've got that covered. So let's get started.
I wanted to ask for help, but I got no damn choice.
Okay, his wife is stuck in one of these cryopods and the power's failing. He needs our help. Awesome. I will help you find your wife. Ah, there we go. We just got to interact. It's quite good the way they bind their keys. So F is to interact with anything, V is to loot, etc, etc.
Sadie, can you hear me? Everything's gonna be okay.
You can double jump in this MMO, that's correct. And we've got to dodge these telegraphs, and that's basically the combat system in this game. Well, part of it. Telegraphs are the way you indicate all of the attacks that you're using, and heals as well. And enemies will also put telegraphs on the ground.
She ain't looking too good. She's got the cryo sickness. We need to get her to medbay, and fast.
Here we go. I think the textures and the cinematics aren't right at the moment, but beta is beta. It is closed beta at the moment, and only very few people are able to actually do content on it. And someone asked about what level everything is. There is actually a higher level in the beta, but we're able to show levels 1 to 15 as part of our NDA.
Hang on, Sadie. We'll be there soon. Gotta admit, friend, I'm surprised we made it this far. Us exiles, we've been on the run from the Dominion for a long time. And this old ship's on her last leg.
I love the little mechanics, just like...
Strange to think that we might just finally get a new home. I wouldn't exactly call myself personable, but I feel like if we all just stick together, we might just be okay. And I ain't above shooting anyone who thinks different.
Yeah, the textures in the cinematics are a little bit off.
Obliged for your help, friend. Glad I didn't kill you.
There we go. So for those asking, there is no release date yet, and it will be a sub-model, but it's called Cred, and it's a lot like the Eve model where you can either pay each month or you can earn the money in-game and pay it that way. So there are a variety of options depending on how you like to pay for your games, whether you want them free or not. So if you have a lot of time, you can get them free. If you don't have a lot of time but you have money, you can pay for it. That's how it works in simplest form. So we're now on the Ark ship, which is the Exile spaceship, because if you haven't noticed already, this is a very space sci-fi themed MMO, and we are on our Ark ship, which is essentially our mothership. And we're going to start with our questing. So we're in the tutorial area at the moment. We basically got to cure that guy's wife who is sick, and by doing that we need to collect some medicine off some robots. Firstly, we need to equip our weapon, and as you can see, our weapon is now on our back, and it is a Psy Blade, and we basically use psychic skills to attack enemies. So we've got our first skill now, which is bound to 1. I'm just going to sprint up to these. And this move is actually a static move. We can dodge out the way if we want to, but this move, actually, we have to be stood still to do that. We've actually completed the quest, but I'm just going to kill a little more to show you guys. So we are playing the Esper, and as you can see in the telegraphs, whatever mobs are standing in there are being able to attack. So you can kill any mobs within your telegraph radius as long as they're standing in it. I've actually got an add-on here. There we go. So that answers any add-on questions. So this is a DPS meter. I like to have it on to know how much damage I'm doing, and if certain amps or specs or anything like that increase my damage. So we've now collected our medicine, and we are going to heal Deadeye's wife. There we go. Give her a nice little heal. Sadie.
Got something to say? Thank you.
And he's basically congratulating us and being like, hey guys, you did really well. Here, have a drink. So we're going to head back through the Ark ship. Oh, and if you notice here, we're actually getting a phone call, which we can press C to answer the phone call. And because we chose the path Settler, we are now going to get some information from Settler Vales, and he's basically going to tell us that we've got some work to do, and your path is essentially your job. So now we are going to have to do some Settler tasks.
I think you got this one.
There we go. He has some courage for us. Thinks we can do it. It's motivating. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take a little time to look around so you guys can actually see all of this. So this is the Ark ship. You'll notice the Exile one is kind of a lot more makeshift. There is lots of plants everywhere, and there is a collection of various different races because people have all come together to live here. So you'll notice you've got some Aurin stuff, which is all plant-like, and then you've got more kind of robot and granic features here as well. So let's go speak to this guy.
What's the situation? You're here. Time to start drinking. You got another round in you? Exiles hang together so we don't hang separate like. They ain't too
So basically he's just let us know that people have heard about us and they want to meet us, so we're going to have to continue our quest. As I told you, this is tutorial. It's teaching you how to play the game. So let's go talk to
the person I wanted to run into.
We'll never go back to Nox.
And if you noticed here, this triangle, that basically indicates our settler quest, because the settler path is represented with a triangle.
Great. I mean, really great.
And now you'll notice here we've got a settler resource depot, and we now need to collect resources from around this room and put them in the settler depot to buff the people around us. And I'll quickly show you how that works. Just collect our resources up. Orange is so small.
But
so
that's
cute.
not the end of it.
I'll talk to Avra in a few moments. There we go. So we've collected all the resources that we need. So we're just going to hop on over here. And then as you can see, we can build a brew keg. So now we've done that,
Get ready.
we have leveled up our path and got a new title. So we can put that title on us if we want to. So people would see me as Ditch Digger Kai, which is pretty funny. And that is not to be mistaken with our character level. That is strictly just our path level. And now we've been able to build this, which means we can drink this and we can get drunk in game. So that's just one of the features that a settler can do. This is very basic. As you get through the game, you can do things like build buff stations that will give people speed or stat buffs and things like that. So now we're a little bit tipsy. Woohoo! Let's go speak to Avra. Avra Darkos, the coolest Mordesh ever.
What tidings?
She's like the Sylvanas Windrunner of WildStar, in my opinion.
This widow seeks one to help weave her web.
Okay. So she wants us to help her with a mission, and she's going to take us to Gambler's Ruin to do that.
I have far too much to do, and few I can trust.
There we go. Slag 'em, tag 'em, and bag 'em. One of our quests. So we go through the portal. And what you want to do with your paths is you want to try and complete all the path missions in a certain area. So you'll want to make sure you stay in a zone. As an example, the Gambler's Ruin, our ship. You want to stay in that zone whilst you complete all the paths and all your quests to get as much XP for each thing as possible. Here we go. Cool. Start our quest. Hand this in. Yes, we level up. One of the best things about this game is leveling up. They've recorded over 50 voiceovers for each time you level. So each time you level is extra special, and I think it's awesome. So we've leveled up now, and as you can see, we've got a new ability, which is automatically bound to 2. We're able to wear shields with our attributes have increased, and a second slot has opened for our skills. So we'll put on our shield, and as you'll notice, half our health bar now is blue, and your shield basically regenerates if you're out of combat for a period of time. Gives you extra protection and stuff like that. It's like a lot different to your health. Okay. So we've equipped our shield already, and now we've got a task to kill some Draken Berserkers and Makari hackers. So I'll explain now a little bit about how the Esper works. The Esper basically works on psi points, and you build up psi points with your basic attack, and then once you've got enough psi points, you can use finisher attacks. So as you'll see here, oh, if someone didn't kill it before me, there we go. You can see now at the bottom, there is a number 1, then it built up to number 2, and then I press 2, which is my finisher, allowing me to do more damage than I would normally. But at this level, just doing your basic attack is enough to kind of kill everything. Let's try and find, there she is. Equalizer Velka. So she is got a name, therefore, as you guys know, in MMOs they're normally harder mobs. So I did 2 basic attacks and then my finisher. And as you get more and more skills as you level up, you'll find different basic attacks, and you'll find different finishes and combo moves and things like that. So I personally don't really like the first basic attack, purely because it's stationary, but as you get to level up, you'll be able to unlock different skills to use a different play style. So we've now completed our quest. We've got no path quests to do here because they're all complete along the bottom. So we can head on to our next area. Okay, we've got to disarm some bombs. So now you'll get to see examples of some double jumping and the way they get you to explore the scenery around WildStar. And we're just going to interact with these bombs to disable them. And it's teaching you now how to double jump and to jump over the ledges. So this is a really nice tutorial in the sense that it's not like do this, do this, do this. You're still questing, you're getting to meet a lot of the main characters and things like that without it being too kind of, this is a tutorial, which is really nice. There we go. So we've done that. We now need to jump over to the last bomb we need to disable, which is in the middle of this giant, I'm guessing some sort of flying dinosaur skeleton. There we go. Awesome. And we can now return to Bell Walker.
I need a report, sugar.
Awesome, and she's given us some new items to wear, and you'll notice if I open up my inventory, you'll see a big green plus, and that basically shows any items that are new in your inventory. So it's really easy to see, I've just picked this up, this means it's a new item, therefore I should probably equip it, which I should, because it is better for me.